BYD appears to be more like a venture capital speculative investment than a value investment. Would you both explain that investment, your logic behind it, and your expectations for it?
But Charlie is our team leader here on BYD, and he gets very excited, so I may have to control him, but go to it, Charlie.
Competitors now ramping up, and as you're familiar with BYD, which is also on the West Coast, I think they're ramping up production of their electric vehicles. Warren Buffett owns 10%.
I have never in my life felt more privileged to be associated with something than I feel about BYD.
I think they're ramping up production of their electric vehicles. Warren Buffett owns 10% stake in that. Why do you laugh? BYD is trying to compete. Why do you laugh?
Yeah, I know it looks like a miracle, and it looks like Warren and I have gone crazy, but I don't think we have. Well, one of us at most.
BYD is trying to compete. Why do you laugh?
Have you seen our car?
BYD is a huge conglomerate that makes batteries, mobile phones, electronics, monorails, trucks and buses, and above all, electric cars. But surprisingly, BYD's founder was born into immense poverty. Growing up during the Cultural Revolution in China, he was eventually orphaned at a young age when his mother and father died of disease and hard work. So the story of how this orphan managed to create the largest EV company in the world is unbelievable. But to some, BYD is seen as a huge threat to Western countries, as the company is accused of copycatting, overcapacity, and using cutthroat tactics to get rid of competitors, reportedly even putting out a call to demolish the old legends. So it is now high time you finally hear the real story of BYD.
China's BYD, Build Your Dreams, has rapidly become the world's largest electric vehicle manufacturer. Yes, a Chinese car brand is the world's largest. Not an American, a Japanese, or European car brand. It is not Tesla, but rather BYD. But who is BYD? It is a name not many know of. Everyone knows who Tesla is, and its famous billionaire CEO, Elon Musk. Well, let's start at the very beginning. BYD was founded in 1995 by Wang Chuanfu, a Chinese chemist with a vision to revolutionize the battery industry. At the time, the Chinese battery market was dominated by Japanese and Korean manufacturers, known for high-quality but expensive products. Wang saw an opportunity to produce batteries at lower costs without sacrificing quality. His solution was to leverage China's abundant low-cost labor to reduce production expenses. Starting as a small company in Shenzhen, BYD initially focused on producing rechargeable batteries for mobile phones and other electronics, which were experiencing rapid growth due to the proliferation of consumer electronics. The year 2003 marked a turning point for BYD when the company made its first bold move into the automobile industry. BYD purchased the struggling state-owned Sichuan Automobile Company for 269 million yuan, despite having no experience in automobile manufacturing. Wang Chuanfu, however, saw a synergy between battery technology and the automotive sector, especially as the world began to take steps toward reducing dependence on fossil fuels. His belief was that BYD could leverage its expertise in batteries to manufacture electric cars. This decision, seen by many as overly ambitious at the time, laid the groundwork for BYD's future in the EV market. Initially, BYD focused on producing conventional gasoline-powered cars while simultaneously investing in research and development, R&D, for electric vehicles. This approach allowed BYD to generate cash flow while building the foundation for its EV business. BYD gained international recognition in 2008 when Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway made a significant investment in the company. Buffett's firm, Mid-American Energy Holdings, now Berkshire Hathaway Energy, purchased a 10% stake in BYD for $232 million, signaling strong confidence in the company's potential. This investment came as BYD was beginning to make waves with its hybrid and electric vehicle plans. The financial backing from one of the world's most respected investors provided credibility and helped BYD expand its R&D and production capabilities. At the time of Buffett's investment, BYD had just launched its first hybrid model, the F3DM, which was also the world's first mass-produced plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. This model, although not a commercial success outside China, was a significant milestone, demonstrating BYD's commitment to electric mobility.
In 2021 marks a key milestone in its expansion across Southeast Asia. With Malaysian government support for green technology and the growing demand for sustainable solutions, BYD is well positioned to meet the country's needs for eco-friendly transportation. This strengthens BYD's strategy to lead the global shift towards green energy, leveraging Asia's strategic location and government initiative to expand its regional presence.
Policy 2020 and low carbon mobility blueprint, which promote electrical mobility and offer initiative for green technology investment. So as you can see, this is the show policy from Australia. So the fifth one, formulation also enable technology transfer, diligent technician, now trained directly with BYD experts on high voltage battery systems, autonomous future and international building the country's EV expertise. So this show transition also be central to growth. So the sixth one, cross communication and risk.
Diversification, BYD's investment in the EV sector introduced a new high-growth industry, which is a reduced major over reliance on traditional sectors like electronics and commodities. This creates a more robust economic base.
So now I'll be explaining the FDI benefits of BYD to Malaysia. So first, economic benefits. More activity in electrical vehicle market, new showrooms and service centers, more sales and tax revenue, and also more jobs to offer to Malaysians. If they build a local assembly plant, it could create hundreds of extra jobs for the citizens of Malaysia. So second is basically technology and skills. Malaysian technicians are trained to work with EV batteries and also advanced system, while local businesses upgrade to join the EV supply chain. So third is the environment benefits. BYD supports Malaysia green transport plans and also help to reduce emission and pollution, and contributes to the 2050 carbon neutral goal.
Now I'm presenting about the performance BYD in Malaysia. So basically, BYD has entered Malaysia in December 2024 throughout the partnership with SULAIMAN's model. In just over 2 years, it has become a number one vehicle brand. So basically, in 2023, BYD has sold 3,728 cars that already became the BMW.
And partnership with universities and high-tech investors. So for overall BYD success comes down to innovation, collaboration and smart policy support.
Some say the business case for high-speed charging isn't as strong as it seems. Yes, being able to charge in as little time as it would to take to fill a gas tank is a breakthrough and will ease the anxiety many have about owning an electric car. BYD's entire mission all along has been to make EVs and high-tech features widely available at low cost. While it hasn't released any pricing information on its fast-charging technology, some say the costs could be substantial, at least initially.
Think of it as a premium offering for wealthy clients who are on the move and time is precious to them.
So it may cost more, and not everyone needs it at all times. The point here is, if charging is plentiful and you're just running errands, you won't want to or need to pay more for fast charging. You might, say, prefer to pay less for slower charging if you have to spend an hour in the grocery store anyway. But if you are in a rush, let's say a quick stop on a road trip, you may choose to use the fast charging.
Having these very fast chargers can be a really nice part of the portfolio, but not everyone needs them all the time.
BYD didn't respond to CNBC's request for an interview or comment. Regardless of how BYD's execution of this new breakthrough plays out, one thing is clear. BYD and its fellow Chinese automakers are pulling way ahead of global rivals. Signs everywhere show just how brutal China's EV market has become. Companies have been fighting a price war since at least the beginning of 2023, reportedly sparked by Tesla's price cuts in the country. A wave of bankruptcies and buyouts has swept across the sector. Competition has also produced a glut of supply, which has pushed these companies to increasingly seek markets outside China for export. This, in turn, has sparked fears in Europe and the US, among other places, about competition from low-cost and high-quality Chinese EVs. Under former President Biden, the US instituted 100% tariffs on Chinese import cars. Current President Trump slapped a separate 25% tariff on all imported cars and parts from any country. In addition, he said in 2024 he might double or even quintuple Biden's tariff on Chinese cars, including those built in Mexico. EU tariffs vary based on the amount of Chinese government support each manufacturer receives. Tariffs might buy some time, but global automakers are studying Chinese EVs and scrambling to respond, even taking some unusual measures. Ford CEO Jim Farley even took to daily driving a Xiaomi SU7, which he apparently loves.
If you ask me to say what we will see 10 years from now, we will see a US-made BYD. I'm not saying it's bad. If we're playing it right, it probably will have a different name on it, not BYD, Ford or GM.
price is not the only arrow in the Chinese quiver. The unforgiving market has also fueled a ferocious culture of one-upmanship, where automakers are making big announcements and rolling out new models and features in a matter of weeks or months.
The big takeaway for me on BYD's announcement is that they now have 25,000 individual patents. They have 100,000 engineers working day and night to innovate, create new features. And this particular breakthrough is proven in the lab. It's not proven in production yet, but importantly, it tells the world China and BYD are moving from low cost to innovation.
It's not only BYD, it's the competition that's driving a part of this bloodbath of, look at me, I have the best in class technology. A few weeks and months later, someone else comes out with something even better. And that's what shocked the industry and myself.
The bottom line, expect more.